What's up, y'all? Happy New Year. Here we go for this year's championship circuit getting started. Unlike a lot of years, we don't have a Breeders' Cup champion in this one. No Dirt Mile champion, no Breeders' Cup Classic champion. Um, However, we've got a very competitive race. Very competitive race. Only a couple of horses that I don't really think belong in this one. Most of these horses are qualified. I mean, I guess you could say balanced based on the competition. Seems that we're not seeing a lot of the top horses from last year return. Um, Number one, we're going with Proxy. Joel Rosario riding this one. He had a decent last out in his last race in the Clark. Finished that in even time at 148. Last before that one, he was third in the Stephen Foster. That was behind Olympiad, second place in the Breeders' Cup Classic. Rosario's back on this horse again. Got him at 9-2. Procky's been around for a few years now. Like I said, decent last out. I think that puts him in the conversation for sure. But he's going to have his work cut out for him. I'm pretty sure. I think he's probably going to be a bit off the pace in this one. Next up, we have Simplification at the 2. At 15-1, Paco Lopez riding this one. Another horse that's been around for a while, out of not this time. Last out third in the Harlan's Holiday. That was a decent race. Skippy Longstocking got a win at that one at even time. Before that was 7th in Breeders' Cup Dirt Mile. Got blown away by Cyberknife and the winner in that one, which was Cody's Wish. Gonna have to step it up a bit here, I think, in this one. We'll see if Simplification. I think Simplification's decent horse. 1 minute breezing in his last workout. I think he's a decent horse, but I think he's going to need a little bit of help. Maybe a bit too fast or slow of a pace, something like that. Help. Now, Paco Lopez is going to have to ride a good race as well. Number 3, we've got Riding with Biden. Julien Leperot riding this horse, 20-1 long shot. The horse, couple of wins in here, some wins from Pennsylvania. At Parks, won the Chris Kringle, won the Turkey Trot. The times weren't that great on this horse, but you're running at Pennsylvania, you're running against different tier horses anyway, a lot of times at that time. Coming off a couple wins, gonna have to step it up once again, I think here, 20-1 on the board for a reason. Leperot's never ridden him before. Horse is bred decently out of Constitution, I get. Yeah, I'll leave that one. Out of Constitution, which is a Tappet horse. Rich Strike trainer, their Derby winning trainer, Eric Reed's training this one. We'll see. I don't know if this is the best decision to put this horse in this race, but hey, it's money on the board and people need to get paid. Number 4, White Abarrio. This one's another horse grandfather is Tappet. We're looking at, that's 3. We got Proxy's a Tappet horse, and we got the number 3 Riding with Biden and 4 White Abarrio. We're 3 for 4 in Tappet horses so far. Tyler Gaffleone. This horse got a win in the Florida Derby last year. That was the last time he won. Gaffleone was riding him then. They've switched him around. He's been around. Hasn't been able to put up a similar performance since. He was third in the Cigar Mile last out, beaten by, that was a Mind Control. Mind Control got the win over that one, in that one, as well as got her numbers in this race as well. And the one thing I can't say about White Abarrio, some great workout times, got a 47-second half mile last workout, and then 2:59s before that. So for a horse at 10-1, coming back to a spot where he's got a win, got the jockey that he won with, good breeding. I think he needs to get back in just in rhythm here. That last race was not a bad race in that Cigar Mile. However, it was Irad Ortiz Jr. was riding him in that one, not Tyler Gaffleone. You know, it's tough to follow behind a great jockey like that, but he's got his work cut out for him in this one as well, even though he's in familiar territory. Number 5, Defunded. That's who Irad Ortiz Jr. is riding. Not sure why, but I guess it's because it's the trainer. It's a Bob Baffert horse. They got him at 6-1. I don't like this horse really at all. He's coming off a couple wins as well, but so is riding with Biden. Win out west in the Native Diver, and then in the Awesome again. So a couple of wins there, not much competition, not that great at times. Baffert horse here, so I mean, you never know. Baffert horses are liable to put up any kind of performance in any race. That's the performance of the let the record show. So I guess that's why Ortiz Jr. is on this horse. He's ridden these other two horses. I don't like this horse. I don't really know. I mean, maybe he squeezes an extra second out of this horse. I still don't really like him. I think if Irad Ortiz squeezes another second out of this horse, that kind of puts him on par with some of these other horses. And I don't know how many times can I say it. I just really don't like this horse. Out of Dialed In, which is a mine shaft horse. Touch Gold, which is his mother's father. Just don't like him. I don't know. Just don't see it with this horse. Just don't see it. Number 6. Now, this is a horse I was a fan of over the years. Art Collector. B.J. Hernandez was riding him previously. I thought that was mainly the problem. Get a more experienced jockey on him, and I expected, we'll see, we'll get a better performance from this horse. However, Junior Alvarado is going to be riding him. So despite the breeding, his grandfather's A.P. Indy and his mother's father's Distorted Humor. So, you got the breeding on this one, but I just don't know. Junior Alvarado, this horse has been running slow off time recently. Was this 5th in the Lucas? He got a win in the Charlestown Classic in the Alley Dar, but that wasn't with much competition. He was 12th in Saudi, 6th in the Breeders' Cup Classic when he ran in that. I don't know. I liked this horse before. They're going to have him running up front. Bill Mott horse. Just don't think he has it right now. Not with this jockey. He was good with Luis Saez. I think that's what they need to do. With Luis Saez, he mounted him 6 times, had 5 wins. Saez isn't on him, though. I don't know if he had a choice, but Saez is not on him. He got off of him for a reason, I guess. He didn't think he could win this race. So that's something to be said here. Coming up with the number 8. But number 7, before we get that, is Skippy Longstocking. This horse is horse that's been around once again. Ran 3rd in that Wood behind Mo Donegal. 3rd in the Belmont behind Mo Donegal. Got a win in the West Virginia Derby. Looked like the horse was maybe going to get it together, do a little something. Won the Harlan's Holiday. That was with Irad Ortiz Jr., though. Got his brother on him now. Not that really means anything that's his brother, but Jose Ortiz riding him now. Horse is out of Exaggerator, which is a curling horse. Saffy Joseph's training him. Saffy Joseph, by the way, he's got like 4 horses in here. Saffy's trainer for White Abarrio. Saffy's the trainer for what was the other one he had? This O'Connor horse, the 12, the Chilean horse. He's all over the board here. But got to change the jockey up in this one. I think that kind of hurts him. I think that just takes the notch off of him. Jose is not as good as Irad. And I think it's going to hurt Skippy Longstocking in this one. Enough said. They got him at 5-1. I think that's a bit too low. Probably won't be throwing him into anything, even though you might want to do that. You might be able to do something. Who knows? Next up, we got the 8. As I was talking about, Luis Saez is on the 8. Get her number. 15-1. I like those odds, and I like this horse. This horse is hot, coming off a couple wins. 6 furlongs and 108 And he followed that up in the Cigar Mile, second by a head at 135. But Luis Saez was on that horse. He likes this horse. He's on him, and I think he thinks he can get a win. He might be able to. Horse is out of Dialed In, which is a mineshaft horse. I just say this horse is hot. This horse is hot. You got to watch him, especially at 15-1. You got to like those odds. Got to do something with it, I think, because of those odds. Number 9. This one's the Last Samurai. We got LaFranco de Torres riding him 20-1 for good reason. D. Wayne Lucas horse. Good breeding again. There's a lot of these horses out of Malibu Moons and a AP Indy horse. First Samurai, his mother's father. He was the Giants Causeway horse. That's got Stormcat way back in the lineage, you know. But second in his last out here. Ran in at Oaklawn there. Fourth in the Clark Handicap. His last win was the Oaklawn Handicap. Just a step slow, though. A step slow, I think, for Last Samurai. Even though his last workout's 59 breezing. Maybe that's a trend of something to come. I don't really know. That's not enough for me to really go on him with just that 159 breezing. But, hey, you know, maybe you could do something 20-1 odds. You might like that if you like him and if you like the Tory international jockey. He's spinning around. He's made some upsets. Number 10, Cyberknife. 5-2 favorite, which that, for record, that is a weak favorite. Any favorite 2-1 and up is a weak favorite. You got to at least be 9-5 in my opinion before you start to be considered strong. That's a weak favorite. A lot of people think he can be beat. I think he can be beat. Strong breeding out of Cyberknife. Haskell winner, gun runner, is his father. Mother's father's Flower Alley. Now this horse has been around, like I said. Got the win in the Haskell. Second in the Travers. Third in the Pennsylvania. I thought that was kind of weak. Should have got that win. Second in the Breeders' Cup Dirt Mile. Lost that by a head, but it was still a strong race. Kind of took a step down. He's really, I think, just more built to go that 1 1/8. I mean, he had a great performance in the Haskell. So back in a 1 1/8 now. Florent Garros aboard him again. Hey, it's his horse. It's too late to switch him now, I'd say. That might be a problem. I don't think he's always as aggressive as he needs to be. Number 11, Stiletto Boy. Another horse that's been around over the years. 30-1 on this one for Mike Smith. If you like Mike Smith, I mean, playing him at 30-1 across the board, I mean, it's kind of, hey, if you're a fan of the jockey, you really kind of just got to consider that a play. He's 30-1, what can I say? This one's out of Shackleford. Last out, second in the San Antonio, running out there in Cali. Sixth in the Pacific Classic. 36 lengths off the leader. Got dusted by Horse of the Year, Flightline. How about that Flightline? By the way, I mean, great horse, Hall of Fame. I don't care what people say. That's a great horse. You can never run these great horses against each other, except unless you build it in Gallop Racer or something like that. But it's still great performance out of that horse. Proof getting dusted. Stiletto Boy 36 in the Pacific Classic by him. He was third in the San Diego Handicap before that. Got Mike Smith aboard him again. Not that bad of a horse, but I think Mike Smith is really going to have to do a lot better. I think that 30, without Mike Smith, I mean, God only knows, I would have had him probably at 50-1 or something. I don't know. Last time he won, let's see, I have this in the note here. Went wire to wire. A wire to wire to win. Won that at even time, 148. If he wins this, he's going to have to do something like that. He's going to have to get out there and steal it. I don't know if Mike Smith is really going to do that, but he might be able to. I don't really see it, though. I don't really see that happen. I'm not going to play that angle. Number 12 is an interesting horse. Chilean horse. Won this Gran Premio Latinoamericano down in Chile after a great season down there in Chile. He came up here to Gulfstream, got a win at Gulfstream, miling 116th and 142. That's a good time. It's a good time. Ran the Harlan's Holiday, first time running against some real competition there. Ran fourth. Edgar Zayas was riding him. They switched him over to Javier Castellano. I honestly kind of would have liked him better if Zayas was still on him. Zayas knows the track pretty well. He's had a lot of success at Gulfstream, local guy. But they switched him to Castellano. Safi Joseph was training him. They got him at 10 to 1. 1 minute breezing. I mean, you got to kind of like him, except this Harlan's Holiday. He was beat by Skippy Longstocking. So, I mean, he was fourth behind him. And you kind of got to think, if you like this horse, why would you not like Skippy Longstocking more? Unless you really think that Castellano is going to be that much of an upgrade on the jockey. I don't. The pace of this race, I think, and as you know, pace makes the race. We always say that because it's true. The pace of this race, I think, is really going to decide. It's going to be, I think, a very even, pretty calmly. I mean, maybe 40, high 46s, but I'm thinking more of like a 47, low 47s in that opening half mile. Not too much. I think we are going to have out front is most likely going to be defunded Irad Ortiz Jr. He'll get the lead. He won't have the horse. I mean, he's got Baffert on. That's going to be the strategy. He'll get the lead. I don't think he's going to have the horse. I think we'll have White Abarrio probably be stalking that pace. We'll have Riding with Biden. They'll probably be riding with Defunded up there. Kind of interesting. So Riding with Biden and Defunded, I'm expecting to be right up on the front. Art Collector going to be too close to the front with Junior Alvarado. He's going to be right up there as well. I don't think any of these horses are really going to have it. I mean, if Art Collector pulls out his old self, I think he could steal it. But I don't really think it's going to happen. I think these horses are going to be too close to the front. White Abarrio, I think, will be stalking that pace, be right in there. I think he's going to be in a really good position to make a run to hit the board. Don't really think he's going to be able to do that, though. I do think he's going to be able to do that, but I don't think he's going to be able to get the win. Cyberknife will be in there, I think, in a stalking position, as well as Stiletto Boy. When they start to move, though, I don't think Stiletto Boy will have enough. I expect Cyberknife to start moving and then watch out from behind, because I expect Proxy with Joel Rosario to come moving in fast at that point, and I also expect to see the number 8 get her number coming in strong. Now we're going to have Last Samurai will be out there. I think he's going to fade off. O'Connor's going to certainly make a move from off the pace. Don't know if he's going to have enough. I think he's probably going to be a bit outpaced in this one. And so then we're going to see Get Her Number coming in strong, and we're going to see Proxy behind him. I think Proxy's going to fade, and Get Her Number is going to come up, and we're going to look for another head-to-head finish. Florent Geroux versus Luis Saez. Who do you go with? That's a tough call, because I kind of have them ranked pretty evenly. Generally, the one with the better horse is going to get the win. And I have these horses very evenly matched. The last time they ran the miles, the Cigar Mile versus that Breeders' Cup Dirt Mile, Cyberknife, of course, was a tougher competition, ran a slightly faster time. This horse has a better resume. So even though Florent Geroux and Luis Saez, I have them pretty much even, I got to go with a tight win for Cyberknife to get the win in the Pegasus. Cyberknife to win it. And I don't know whether I want to call it a nose, whether I want to call it a neck, a head. I'm going to go head off the bob, the head bob. Cyberknife gets the win. Get Her Number, runs second with Luis Saez at 15 to 1. It'll be a good exacta. I mean, and I think you might want to look at him for a win either way, because I think it's going to be close. But Get Her Number in there at number 2. Number 3, I have Proxy. Rosario will come in. I think he'll get third. And in fourth place, White Abarrio. Going to make that move. Familiar, but that Florida Derby wasn't that fast. We know it. So that's what I'm going with here. Cyberknife, going with the weak favorite in the win, but going with that long shot in second place. Get Her Number with Luis Saez. And number 3, Proxy. Number 4, White Abarrio. So let me know what you guys think in the comments section. I will see y'all after the race.